don't feel sorry for Boogie. I think that he has. I don't understand why young people. Look, I mean, I've seen young people die of cancer, and they were perfectly healthy. Everything was just okay with them. They were diagnosed. They got the chemo, and they croaked. And then you see people like Boogie, you know, some ungrateful fat piece of loser trash. And he's got pictures of himself putting Doritos and Mountain Dew in a blender, and he's shoveling food down his gullet like a garbage disposal. And then he tries to, oh, my doctor says that I'm losing weight. Oh, I'm losing weight.
Howdy partners, welcome back to another one of my videos. Yo, it's been a little while since I've been here. I was gone for a little bit, and on top of that, I've been dealing with some stuff inside of my house, alright? So uploading really wasn't ideal, okay? Really hard to get a word in when you've got this giant industrial fan in your house constantly blowing in, around, or near your room. Can't even hear myself think when I have that thing on, but we're good now. Everything is back to normal. I'm back. It's crazy the second I leave my house, right, to actually go do something productive for once. One of the craziest things on the internet comes out. Sketch apparently had a gay OnlyFans, but it's really not anything to talk about for that long. He had a gay OnlyFans. He did it for drug money, and now he is reformed. The end. What I think is crazy is how a certain grifter is trying to compare that to Dr. Disrespect talking to minors, but that's not the grifter we're talking about today. We're actually here to talk about Boogie2988. From a man on the internet loved by everyone to a man on the internet loved by his girlfriend only, maybe, if that's even the case. Honestly, I feel like she just uses him for a ride to her college, because she's like a good 30 years younger than him. To put things into perspective, Boogie was born a year after my father, right? And his girlfriend is born the same year I was. I don't know what the hell's going on, but that's not even the worst of it, because Keemstar and his fiance have a 20-year age gap. Mazel tov. Boogie's been under fire for the past few weeks, honestly, and that is because at first he was doing this ironic version of Hustlers University, called what, like Fatty University or something like that, to essentially promote a shitcoin. To put it in the simplest term, this man was given $10,000 right before tax to scam his fans essentially out of over $1 million, and of course he had told people not to buy the coin because it was clearly not legit, playing it off as a joke that only the rich could partake in. But look, it's the internet, he knows that. He's been here for how long? Well, YouTube wise, I mean, his channel is what, 3 years younger than the girl he is currently dating. He's been on the internet for a pretty long time, so I'm sure he knows by now that people are too stupid to look that far into things. They're gonna look at this coin, they're gonna buy into it, especially if they're fans of yours. He just didn't care. It's clear that he just didn't care because he was getting paid to promote this awful coin. No matter how much irony the promo had, he knew what he was doing. Now, there have been multiple people that have asked him about why he did this, even though he knew it was an awful idea and it was essentially him scamming his fans. And he had the perfect plan to victimize himself, saying that he was going to use this in order to help with his medical bills because he has been recently fighting a battle with cancer. Now, if you're chronically online, this isn't really news to you. He announced it about a year ago. Not only that, he was using it as an excuse to push that coin ever since he started it. So, like I said, that's probably the main reason why people even bought into it, to help him with his cancer. Right, things start to get a little bit freaky though once people start challenging his cancer and if he actually has it or not, which happened actually yesterday. Now, I already knew Boogie was a pathological liar, right? He's a not professional liar, but he's definitely profusely lied throughout his entire career. But it's getting to the point where even a 3-year-old can start to point out some of the inconsistencies, right? How contradicting some of his lies seem to be. $10,000 recently in crypto to scam his fans because he's potentially dying of cancer. He needed the money, right? Didn't scam his fans because he was so fucking heavy that he was starting to die when he had the surgery to lose weight. That when he decided to be a big boy and pay for that one himself. Pun not intended. I didn't mean to do that.
I don't give a fuck about the aftermath from any of you Boogie fans that feel sorry for this greasy fuck. You fat, fucking disgusting, ass-smelling, blob, cheese-drinking, Crisco bathing, lard gargling, calorie thieving, cabbage patch face having, Dr. Robotnik-looking, Wingstop eating, McDonald's gorging, T-Rex arm having, non-vegetable eating, cook on a George Foreman grill just to drink out the drink.
You get the point. He's massive. For God knows. Honestly, if you're gonna scam your fans, you should have scammed them into making you lose more weight, getting you the money to get surgery to lose more weight. I feel like that would have been a lot more productive at this point than faking cancer, but hey, he could still have it, right? Maybe. we'll see. Personally, right, I feel like if somebody is offering you 85 grand, which is more than how much he got to scam his fans, I feel like I would do anything to prove that I had cancer, but yesterday he did not do that.
I think this is
What
really
is the unreason? What is the unreason? There's already.
I would not walk away from my house. I would not walk away from 50K.
I'm
I would not walk away.
More than that,
I would not walk away from an internet career that's going to give you revenue. That's going to give you security. I would not walk away from shitting on these people and proving them wrong.
We are different people.
Yeah, you're being ridiculous.
Look, Jim, again, since we're not live, I can say this. I've been looking for an exit plan for a while.
This is an awful exit plan. Here's the thing, because I did a stream, because I had people saying, "Oh, you're faking cancer, Jim." So I showed my diagnoses and stuff like that. I'm going to guess he's working on a system similar to Epic, which most medical people do.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to go right into diagnoses, and it's going to list everything that a doctor has ever said you had.
Yep, I just read it to him.
Okay, and so it lists the cancer there?
Yes.
Okay, so you could screen cap that and just show it. I mean, that's what I did, and then that would be the end of it.
Absolutely. And I made the decision 2 years ago that I would not do that, and I would rather leave the internet than to give the last shred of fucking privacy I have left.
Here's the thing. I understand the privacy argument.
Mm-hmm. I should have never went public with it.
No. Let me finish. I mean, you can redact information. There's no issue with that. But just showing, I mean, it literally is just a page that says patient diagnoses.
Yep.
And then it lists what you have. It doesn't tell you who the doctor is. It doesn't tell you what hospital you go to. It literally just says the disease name.
And I won't be doing that.
Like, this goof boulder would rather be stark naked in front of thousands, tens of thousands of people than just follow a simple step-by-step. Like, imagine somebody gave you about 5 steps, 5 easy steps. They said it slowly and politely on how to get around 80 grand, because that's how much was put down for him to just show a document saying that he actually had cancer. Imagine someone giving you all the information you need to make that much money in seconds, and you say, no, I'm gonna do it to hold on to my privacy. I have integrity, you know that? And the whole time you're just ass naked on live. Dude said he would rather have his entire internet career tanked, delete everything, than to show those documents and then have his last shred of privacy exposed. I mean, dude, when have you ever cared about privacy? Do you guys want to know everything he has used to victimize himself? In fact, he put it in that documentary that he made about how shit his life became. What was that, a year or two ago? Not even. While you look at that, I'll play a song that he had improvised in the background about his dad having lung cancer.
I wrote some lyrics and I hope you enjoy, okay? Yeah. Well, my dad is dead. Yeah, my dad died. He had lung cancer and it made him die. And thanks to God's mercy, he drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own.
We have losartan, tramadol, bupropion, sertraline.
His own blood. Yeah, dad died and he drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. Jesus loved him, so he drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. He drowned in.
Now, despite the blessing that is his deactivation on Twitter, I'm sure he's eventually gonna come back. Give him maybe like a month tops, because his YouTube channel is still there. He definitely didn't leave the internet rather than take that free 80 grand like he said he would. Honestly, I hope he doesn't ever end up getting the 80 grand, and I also hope that he just deletes every bit of media that he has right now on the internet. Call it a coping mechanism, right? Call it whatever you want. Joking about your dad dying of lung cancer tells me everything I need to know, personally, right? You using the intensity of certain video games to determine the severity of your cancer just makes it seem like even more of a joke than it already is, especially knowing how fast cancer can really destroy someone's life, right? Someone you saw walking and going to family events just last year could be bedridden and dead within a year. Like, it's insane how serious cancer is, and how Boogie turned it into such a big fucking joke that even if he does have some form of cancer, whether it's secondary polycythemia or the Vera variant, nobody even cares anymore because he can't even confirm that his doctor actually diagnosed it. To hold on to this supposed privacy that literally doesn't exist in his life, trying to throw up in the air that your doctor might have lied to you about having cancer for clout, for internet points. That's the most laughable thing about this, and it shouldn't even be funny because we're talking about whether you have cancer or not. I'm praying that you actually do have it at this point, because if you don't, you've got a spot in super hell. Say hi to Hitler for me. Also, shout out to Jackson Clark for questioning if he actually had cancer, like being the first to question if he had cancer years ago. If you don't know who that is, frankly, I don't either, but he mentions this guy's name multiple times for questioning if he had cancer. Clearly you scared him off, and since then he's decided he's never going to release these documents that don't exist. I'm at this point convinced that they don't exist, of his diagnosis. That being said though, tune in next time where I show you guys a coin that is definitely going to the moon and isn't going to be pumped and dumped. I will not be scamming you out of thousands if not millions of dollars. This is totally going to be legit, but it's also a joke. So if you're broke, just say that and don't put any money into it. The only reason I'd come back to this is to apologize to Boogie for actually having cancer and showing proof that he has cancer. I will eat my words. I'll do a handstand butt naked into a pit of fire, alright?
I am now married with 2 kids, and sleeping with Boogie is one of the reasons I quit sex work.
The best thing you've done in the last 5 years is pimp a woman out into getting her nursing degree, quitting sex work, and starting a family. Good job, Boogie. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, notifications, comment. What else am I forgetting? All right, bye.
Actually, guitar guy has joined us, and I wrote some lyrics, and I hope you enjoy, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Well, my dad is dead. Yeah, my dad died. He had lung cancer, and it made him die. And thanks to God's mercy, he drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. Yeah, dad died, and he drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. Jesus loved him, so he drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. He drowned in his own blood. It sucks.